So it's pretty on my network. I called this of the other cameras. I call this the one the robot because I can control which way it's pointing. So it has these things here, probably for the mounting. Your anchor screws with a little prodding tool, probably for getting the reset button. So it has a USB connector here, power it, a little bit of network cable, and there's this, which is a power supply. And there's a mount here. That's all. So that's what extra comes with it, the mount for it to where we're going to hang it. Another thing you do with these is they can be mounted upside down, and then you can use, so basically they hang up this way, and then you just, in the app you can control it to turn over. So you can actually hang it off of a ceiling and then have it looking down. So that's actually where you get the full use of that 90-degree angle with the camera. It's not a huge camera at all. I see the lights indicating that it's on. There we go. It's going to spin around and do its thing. Look up. Look way up. Go around. Sort of do its. Please
configure camera by AP hotspot or scanning code.
So I got my phone here. I'm just going to log into the app. And what I want to show you here is I got two cameras on here. Actually, one camera's not even plugged in right now. But this camera, I'm going to add a camera. So what you do, go here, add a camera. Intelligent camera. Device added by scanning code. Okay, we'll do that. Plug it in. Connect to that. Yeah, next. So it just throws a QR code. You just gotta kind of show that into the camera. You heard a beep.
Please wait for Wi-Fi connecting.
So there, after it's gone through the IR code, it will just add that to your device. As simple as that. So it's doing a pairing right now, just doing a countdown here on this. It says to have it as close to the router, but it should be close enough right now. And she just said internet connected, and then it just sped through here. So there, I can see the camera on there. So the neat thing I like about this one, it has this feature here with a little remote control. I love remote control things. I never have enough remote control things here. There it is, looking up at me. So yeah, so I can use this to turn this around. Kids room / So my main reason for this is that I can put it in the window, but also put it in the and monitor the kids outside, but also have it in this room and turn it around and monitor what's going on in this room. Because in the window, this won't work at night, and I do know that. My plan was not to install it outside, but to install it inside. So one thing I really liked about this particular camera, the bottom has the screw that fits most tripods. So if you're got any camera tripod, I just got this cheap one that I got at a thrift store, but I was able to put the camera on there just so that I'm able to, in my house, to be able to put it in a window, because this is not built for outdoor use. It's an indoor camera. So that's a really cool feature. Now you don't necessarily need a tripod. You can mount it wherever you want with the mounting bracket, but because for this being my third camera, I just thought it would be great just to have it being the indoor camera and have it on the tripod and then have it in different places where I can put it in different spots throughout the house. So I have 3 cameras there. Maybe I might add another one. I'm not sure yet. But with this one, what I like about it is it has that motion control. So I use the same app with my fixed cameras, but then I can have this camera in a position where I might want to monitor an area. And this camera can monitor areas and basically view areas while you're away. you can put a SD card in here and record it as a security camera. I like this more for a child monitor so that I can be able to monitor the kids from another room. Also, what I found with this is it works well if you just take this tripod and put it up in the window and view out the window, and you can you can have it look around on your phone and you can watch what's going on in your backyard. So if you've got kids playing in the backyard, you just want to keep an eye on them. It even has a speaker so you can talk to it, and if you want to use it as an intercom, it's got an intercom. There's a bit of a lag with the intercom. I'll show you right here. The intercom will be like, I'm talking into it right now. I'm talking into it right now. And then you get the feedback. So yeah, it's a little bit of a digital delay. It has the ability to listen into what's going on. It's kind of creepy, but if you want to do that, you can do that. Yeah, install it anywhere. This particular model that I'm looking at right here does have the Lan connection at the back. So if you are having issues with your Wi-Fi, I find that one of the main problems I have with my Heimlink cameras is the Wi-Fi cuts out a lot. And I've been chatting with people that have done the same thing. They found when they plug in the Lan connections, they're getting a lot more more consistency with their connection. So that might be one thing you might want to bear in mind while using this particular camera. So I'll just go through some of the settings that I have set up. I just threw it up with the default settings. So you just go on this little gear tab here at the top of the screen. Now I called the device, I called it Robot. The device time zone, I just left that. I'm pretty sure you can just, give it to whatever time zone you want in your area. Switch device switch. You can turn the device off at certain times. The microphone, you can enable or disable that. There's the alarm tone, which is annoying. I wouldn't even bother with that. It does have a night shot, so it has the infrared. I think if I turned it on, you'll see the light come on. I don't know if you can see that in the camera shot. You could put this outside, and if you had an area that was covered and you're not going to get a lot of weather. Now, because there's little gears inside this thing that do move, I'm thinking it's probably not great having the cold winters here in Canada. But if you're in a warmer climate, these might work a little bit better in the outdoors. It has image rollover, so you can click on that. And then basically what that would be for, if you have your camera upside down, so if you're hanging on the wall, you hang it upside down, it'll show the image on your phone or on your computer the proper way. Intelligent tracking, so you can put that on, and basically what will happen is if it sees something, the camera will follow it in your area. I don't really need that. I just want to be able to manually control it. So with a private share option, say if you have it here on your phone, but you want to give another family member access so they can look at it, you can just send an email invite to them, and they'll be able to come right in and look at your cameras. You can even use it on a web browser or any device. It doesn't have to be a phone; it could be on your computer or whatever. Now the sensitivity, you said low, medium, high. I found with the recording, it records any tree movement on my outdoor camera, so it varies. I get lots of flies, so there is things that you have to take into account to the settings and the human detection. I've left it on high, and it still records a lot of nothing, but it does have a human detection, and I just usually scroll. Right there. So I'll get like this Heimlink human detection, and I'll see the time that I've had a human detection. So I'll usually look for the video around that time, and the video recording will have it's a time bar to give you a good idea of where you can record. You can find that event that happens, but it doesn't. I haven't found a good way of just finding the human detections just to show that part. It just shows every movement, every fly that flies near your camera. Device storage. I don't have an SD card in here, but I wanted to mention this part here. And here you might, if you do have an SD card in there and you're finding you're not getting the playback to come back, certain SD cards were a little tricky, I found. So what I ended up doing on my other Heimlink devices, I formatted it and then it started working again. And yeah, you got your human detection, your device sensitivity, your detection area, so you can select, you know, which areas of movement you might want to have in there. Push notification settings, you can go through that, and I think that's what I have for when I have movement come to my house and play, and then your Wi-Fi. You can change the Wi-Fi connection or whatever you want to do with this device as well.
So for the recordings, first thing you want to do is put the get an SD card, get a good SD card, make sure it's formatted to FAT32. And I've had issues with Heimlink. I've emailed them, and they responded to me as this, try a different SD card if it's not working, and make sure the SD card is formatted to FAT32. So you go to memory card management, and over here there's a recording mode called event recording. You can have it on all day recording or on not recording at all. So since I put an SD card into this device, I put it to event recording. And so I've set the settings so that when something moves in front of the camera, it will detect it. So I'll go on to, so you hit the little playback button here. There you go. And you should see the timeline stuff going on here in the background. So I had a curtain getting in the way here, and it'll play back in the timeline. You can even unzoom your timeline there. So there I am walking toward my child's water table, just dumping the rainwater out of the bottom of it and turning it upside down, waving at the camera. Just testing the camera out for its recordings and its motion detection. Now, one thing I have done here is it's recorded several other movements because the curtains, the window was open because it's a hot day today, and the curtains kind of progressively moved in front of the camera shot. Sometimes when it locks up on you, just move the timeline a hair, and you'll see that it will work better. Now to zoom in and out of your timeline, two fingers just sort of do a double click there to either zoom in or widen it out there like that to make the timeline zoom in on your timeline to get more specific times of your recordings that you would like to watch back. Another thing I'd like to show you guys is if you want to do if you have a recording that you'd like to, an event happened and you'd like to have that as a backup, go to your timeline. So there's a squirrel going on my fence. So I just hit record right there. Hit the record button and just record for a little bit. I believe my satellite dish might be moving there. I was moving it to 101 West. And so when you're done your recording, you just hit stop and it will save it to your album. So I went to on my phone where I have the gallery. So there's two ways of getting it. Now, if you want to get to your computer off your phone, there's two ways of doing it. Connect a USB connection to your phone, to your computer, get the pictures off, or you can mail it to yourself. So in this example, I can share the video and just post it on Facebook. Click on the little share button for the video, and you can put it on Facebook, email it to yourself, or whatever through that way. Or you can, if that's what I've done, which I just found was easier, just to email it to myself. And another great thing with this system that I like with the 3 cameras is you can go to heimlink.heimvision.com, log in, use your email address, or you can send it to other family members via an email address, and you can get your different views off of the camera. So I can go to the camera here, to Robot, and there's Robot, the camera in the background. There's my backyard. I'm just going to F11 to full screen the web browser just because it gets rid of all the other stuff there, the OBS and the menu bar and all that stuff. Go here, go to back to your devices. So another cool feature on the web browser is, I have 3 cameras, it'd probably be even better if 4, is the split screen view. I guess my camera's here kind of in the third box there with me talking here. So there I have all 3 cameras in my web browser. So you can just take like an older computer or whatever and just connect it to TV, whatever, and or just when you're on your laptop, check out your cameras, have a window open, and just close it and surf. You know, if you're surfing the internet and you want to just quickly check on your cameras real quick, it'll just be in a tab in your web browser. So it's a great way of viewing your camera if you just don't want to have your phone with you. You're on your computer at the time. Me with two screens here, I'm able to just put it on one screen, monitor what's going on while I'm surfing the internet and doing other things. So also it allows you to full screen. So there you go. You got all the cameras full screen and live playback. One problem I'm finding with the web browser is it pauses after a while, and you have to re-press this play button to keep it going. So you have to re-press all those to get the feed for your camera up and going again. With the web browser version, the free version, you can't look at your recordings back on your web browser. But from what I do understand, if you subscribe to their service that Heimvision offers, you can with the web browser. So they take away some of the features with the standalone, but you could use this as your monitor. You just have to end up using your cell phone as a way to capture the recordings off of your phone. Please check out freesatellitetv.net and also check out the new shop where you can order free satellite TV, LMBs, receivers, and dishes, all sorts of things for your free-to-air needs over at the freesatellitetv.net shop. So thanks for watching this video about the Heimvision cameras. I've done a few videos here on my channel about Heimvision cameras, and definitely give them a check out over here. I also do videos about cord cutting and streaming and free-to-air satellite and all sorts of really cool technology. So please come to my page, the video section on my page, and come to my website, robbiestrike.com, and my freesatellitetv.net website. And fill your brain with all this wonderful technology information off of these videos. Just click on the playlists and just let it play over and over again.